Oh, wait, can you go to the toilet first real quick? I need to tell you.
I don't mind having a bun here and there.
Because I wanted to get leather, but I couldn't find any cows. So I give up.
That tricks our brain, but not in the right way. Our brains are really smart. They're looking for nutrients here, not calories. So if you eat empty calories, a soft drink, French fries by themselves, a single word food. U.S. diet, literally, to look
at. Dude, my boat just disappeared.
Person eating French fries probably gained about 3 pounds a year just for that alone.
Okay, there's some trouble that I don't know why.
Dude, my boat just disappeared.
I heard you the first time.
That's fine.
Huh?
I heard you the first time. I
don't
know why this happened.
Hey, where did that deer go? So they dropped it up there, apparently. Okay, don't tell them.
I was stuck coming from Europe by 2 things. One,
I didn't know deer dropped.
fast food. You Americans. And secondly,
hey, yo, that's
they come with almost every meal. You cannot order breakfast in America without somebody in a restaurant.
Wait, you're recording still or no?
I'm about to go through.
Without anybody asking for it.
What?
Just shovel out the food.
I'm about to go in
And
the
that's
portal.
one of the realities
Give me
that
a
we're all
second.
dealing with. And I mean that in a nice way. Okay, it's not a great way. But when we got very comfortable making those portions part of what we do, and again, this is a look at. You move the plate size to one large with what we've done. Now we have
you find animals. Oh my god.
more food than a 9-inch plate or a 7-inch
Okay,
plate.
do you want me to like wait at the portal or something, or?
No, it's okay. You can stand there. Once you cover it out.
Better portion control.
They keep saying server could not keep up.
By say a third. What effect does that have on the average life? It would dramatically change our life expectancy, but more importantly, the quality of our life. It also dramatically changed the U.S. healthcare budget, which is the big issue.
Oh my god.
For paying attention to the
Getting
crisis in Washington.
Somehow put that
There
on the
is no way,
skeleton.
I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, there is no way to balance healthcare budgets in this country without making us a little less heavy. It probably drives a third, maybe a half of all health expenditures with all the side effects of the extra weight that we cart around. So when you recognize that, guys, this is a national security crisis we're talking about. And it's not a battle we're going to win in hospital. As much as I wish I could feel with steel, scalpel blade, and your firm connecting, the reality is we'll win the battle for health in America in our kitchens, in our living rooms, in our bedrooms. That's where the battle has to be won. That's hard for Washington to legislate. That's I mean we have to change in our own lives and making it easier to do the right thing. You've been hanging out with the Washington All-Stars. Take a look at you and First Lady here.
Sorry, said server could keep up 5 times. It was only up for like 3
Be a
minutes.
source of information and education, and one of the reasons why I started with kids, and I'm focused on childhood obesity because I know
Hunting for
that
more
people will
animals.
do for their kids what they're not willing to do for themselves, or not able to do for themselves.
Deer.
It's good for America to have a first in person who are obviously very physically fit.
There's a deer.
It's a huge benefit for the country. I think they serve as a role model. Listen, that was a very soulful interview. Berkeley spoke very honestly about the fact that she feels, and I think we can all agree on this, that we are mortgaging the future of our nation on the back of the healthcare challenges our kids are going to face. And for the first time this year, we're seeing a significant reduction in life expectancy, especially when people never graduated from high school. So not only are we seeing income splits divide the nation, now we have life expectancy splits as well. And how much of that is worsened by a lack of just basic mobility? As we move to a world really of computer games, television, and all the rest of it. You know, I struck my vacation last week with my 3 teenage sons. How it compares to 10 years ago when they were younger. They were outside the whole time. This time, you barely get them off their computers. Very different holiday, but not as healthy. Well, if it's nice outside, the kids want to be outside. And that's what I'm try and get them out. I know it's hard. You got to really disconnect the television set and close keyboards.
Get over there.
That's stated. Yeah, physical activity for kids is a hugely important reality, but that's not how you lose weight by itself. And yes, we're struggling in communities now because we don't have sidewalks. We made it hard for kids to go out and do activity. Most of us, how many of you, put your hands up, actually walk to school when you were kids? Pretty much all the adults except the kids in the back put their hands up, right? The data, by the way, 60% of my generation was roughly the same age. Now walk to school. Today, it's less than 10%. If you walked as an adult for half an hour a day, you know, I walk here across Central Park Centre to CNN, and I feel like it's a pretty good exercise if you walk at a reasonable pace. Is that enough to be fit? It's the perfect amount. The goal is basically a perfect physical. So we're going to, you know, I actually have your lab fitness. I'm in there. Go look at it now. We're going to give you excuses in now. After a 2-week break, these are not going to be good. British beer, lots of turkey, and then lots of rum, wine. It's going to be ghastly. Well, to use that, reality. out because I see the test. And we will talk about that because I think you're sort of history American in many ways. Just respect your British accent. Physical activity, when you look around the world, at places where people live a long time, it's not about going to the gym every day. It's not about doing an arduous 2-hour workout once in a while. It's about 30 minutes of activity that breaks the heart rate up a little bit. You climb the top of the hill, you pick up a bucket and carry down the water. So walking to work is about the best and smartest thing. Also, you don't have to do a workout.
I'm getting attacked by a king spider and a bunch of wolves.
Walk the steps when you get there. Or you have to go to your somewhere else.
And the king spider is huge. Under attack.
A lot of this is obviously about having personal discipline. I want to play a little
Watch the forest.
with Chris Christie, who may well be a future president of the United States and has a well-documented problem with his weight. Just watch what he said here.
Okay, never mind. I'm good.
I'm here.
I'm good.
Yeah,
Alive.
I'm really struggling, been struggling for a long time with it.
Where's
And I know
Oh, what is that on your head?
for my kids.
in my head.
If I got
Oh, that
more
is, this is
control.
an elite
And so I
real
feel
might
sensitive sometimes about
helmet.
that.
Really
You
cool.
had a backwards, if you would, trying to figure it out. I said,
Elite real might helmet.
Oh, steel? Oh.
I don't.
Elite.
Did you ever get help for it? Sure.
Made out of 8 real might
Where
blocks.
did you fall down? So, take a look.
Wow, that was expensive.
I'm not just Christy. I'll not do other two there.
So, how do we get out of here?
Amazing energy for a guy,
So all I did was run straight. Or actually curved a bit. Oh my god, be aware! Ah, be aware!
Amazing natural energy.
Maybe. Somehow.
It does.
It's okay, he
It's
loves you.
wonderful wife, as I know.
There's like a lot of
them on there.
like,
The reality is there are opportunities to
what are these glow
ways.
shirts?
By being overweight, you're never going to have a chance of losing that weight.
Can you move or no? You can't move.
No, it is for living in the forest. You can't do
A
it.
few years ago, I think it changed the minds of a lot of people. And that's not how he done this. He's a man who was obviously competent when he did.
Oh, I think I figured out what the charm of keeping does. Like whenever you die, it has a chance of keeping your life.
Emotional undertones. And then when you ask him like 2 questions, you're so good at asking these questions, they're so simple, but right to the point. Why do you do it? He doesn't know. That, I think, made sense. Encapsulates the challenge we have in America. We don't know why we're gaining weight. If I could just lay this out for 2 seconds here, the reality is there are a dozen redundant biological systems that force us to
where?
There was never a period in our entire history of the species
I'm kind of searching.
wanted to lose weight. So now we've got a crisis. Because the same realities that caused us to overeat a century ago, 1,000 years ago, are much more prevalent now. This is stress. Think about it. A stress event 1,000 years ago wasn't a deadline, it wasn't a paycheck. It might have been narrow stress, we don't know. But it was probably famine, not having enough food.
I got 5
And
leather
that's
from the
really what
movie
causes
here.
chronic stress. The way chronic stress comes to keyboard, devices that never turn off, constant access to information. So that drives us to stress. And I look around.
Why does leather have to be so rare?
I see folks who can't cope with stress. And the ability to manage stress is the number one undertone the loss of America.
Wild boars
Another
drop
problem
leather.
right now is this flu epidemic.
The moo deer,
That's
dude.
an annual thing that's pretty virulent right now. What is the best thing for them? Should they have the jab? I think they should have the jab.
Naked.
And it's not too late.
Naked.
This flu season looks like it might be worse than 10 years. We'll still see. It certainly is one of the earliest
I'm mining while we're
here
here.
in a long time.
Twilight Board has a bunch of records.
Really?
Yeah.
You're still mining at the hydro place.
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
Like, there's still a bunch of max.
So we'll find out.
And,
Folks will get the shot and still get the flu, but to me, it's a pretty straightforward decision. So I've never had a flu jab, but I'm going to let you give me one. Oh, on television tonight. Where can I give it to you? I'm rather in the arm, doctor, if it's all over here. I don't know where you're heading with this. But that was only like something that was really enjoyed. I think it's only shooting down by a world. But I'm talking to you about some very serious, a very emotional trip we made to the Sandy Hook School. And the effect when you go through a big trauma like that on adults and children, everyone relates to especially the children.
We need to use all this coal for quarry, but we can make charcoal for ourselves.
Oh dear, yes, leather, gimme.
Stop beating up all the moo deer.
No, I want their leather.
Run, Moo Moo deer, run.
I have 11 right now, but I need more. More!
And nothing else.
Dude, this leaf takes forever to mine. It takes like an hour.
So you're on the pedal board.
Yeah.
That's why.
Pretty great.
They don't want you to get away.
I don't spend money.
Can't I find any deer? Well, I found the lamb sheep.
Last time I was at a gas station was about, I would say, 2 months ago. I very rarely put gas in my vehicle.
I go to the gas station such a small amount that I forget how to put gas in my car.
And it's not just these owners here at Bolt that praise. Bolt received the J.D. Pound Associate Secure Award 2 years in a row.
I don't make
From time I found it.
without being a tire, without going to energy systems.
I found a lot. I got 5 leather from other people.
What? I haven't found anything. I found a little house, and then I looted it, and all I got was all food. Kind of useful because I didn't bring any food on me.
Impactful exports from New Zealand.
You're a bad fighter.
Textile production in Spain. And the use of medical technology in the U.S. At T. Rowe Price, we understand the connections of a complex global economy. It's just one reason over 75% of our mutual funds beat their 10-year liver average. T. Rowe Price. Invest with confidence. Request a prospectus or summary prospectus with investment information, risks, fees, and expenses to read and consider carefully before investing.
Research suggests cell health plays a key role throughout our lives. One A Day Women's 50 Plus is a complete multivitamin designed for women's health concerns as we age. It has 7 antioxidants to support cell health. One A Day 50 Plus.
Moo Moo deer.
Say boom deer?
It's a herd. Keep
It's
eating
over
me.
her.
Yeah, I should Moo Moo deer.
Ooh, deer paradise. Yes. Yes. Give me,
I'll be
give me,
attacking my
give me,
Moo Moo deer herd. Deer, my Moo Moo deer.
Online and now offline.
Give me your ladder. I'm gonna kill you.
Relationships, marriages, and now more fun than any other.
Hey, I can make 2
Start
backpacks.
today.
January 21st. Watch the inauguration of Barack Obama anywhere and everywhere on CNN, CNN.com, or your CNN mobile app.
You're killing my Moo Moo deer. We're no longer traveling together.
Barack Obama on CNN, CNN.com, or your CNN mobile app. January 21st at 10:30. For Christmas. Very emotional trip, I know, for you. It raised a number of issues, and I've debated the stuff about guns and so on, but also there's a huge issue there about stress and trauma that comes out of these kind of incidents. And the world's media tends to move on after a week or so. People are left there, they've got to try and rebuild their lives. You've seen lots of this. What is the best advice, if there isn't, for people who get caught up in these terrible tragedies about how to somehow get back? What we all have to crave is hope. It comes in many different forms. We all have difficult times in our lives. This was a particularly tragic event. I was up there that evening, and it was so soulful to see these wonderful human beings who've been traumatized. They all knew these kids sitting in a church singing, and they were angels. And you could hear